All right, I bought this game yesterday and I opened up store, but I'm going to open it up here also so you kind of see what's in it. And it's called Test of Honor, the Samurai Miniatures game by Warlord Games. And so if we look at the box here, that's the cover. The artwork, I was like, I don't know, it's not very eye-catching. But after you've looked at the game for a little bit, I do like the artwork. So we have our sides of the box. And if we look at the back, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get 35 miniatures. You're going to get 10 dice. You're going to get some decks of cards, and I'll go through those. Some of these stands where you can put 3 of these in one of those. Some flat terrain so you can just start playing the game. And some tokens. So that's what you're going to get. It's for 2 to 4. I haven't played 4, but it seems like it'd be a pretty cool little game to play against some other people besides just one-on-one, maybe a team game. They say ages 12 and up. I don't know, I think younger people may be able to play it. And 30 to 60 minutes is how you do that one. So let's open this up. And what you're going to get is you will have to assemble them in, and you're going to have to choose, because there's a lot of choices here. You can make several Ashigaru missile troops if you want, or do you want Ashigaru Yari troops, or mix and match. And they're showing you, and you can do all sorts. As you can see, you can mix and match the bodies and heads on these things. That's pretty cool. And then the samurai. And how do you want to build those samurai? So that's in there. What you're going to get also is the rule book, and my friend and I went through this and played the beginning scenario that's in here. It took us maybe 20 to 30 minutes to go through this, and we understood the game pretty well. There's a few times we had to go look in the rules, but for the most part, this was very easy to understand. I will also say that go to Warlord's website and download the rules, because they've been updated. There's a few things missing in this. So, yeah, it's nice to have this, but this has got some errata that needed done to it. It's missing some things. So go to the website, download the rules. Okay, another thing you're going to get is the battle guide, and this is your scenarios. So this is the one we did. You just start with 4 troops on a very simple table, just to learn the game. And then it goes through adding these elements to the game. And then you got some more scenarios. I think there's 6. Yeah, 6. So you got 6 scenarios. What's pretty cool about this game is that, from what I read in the thing here, is that you guys can get experience. So every time they battle, as long as your force took out some troops, you can start getting skills for your samurai. So they become better and better during the campaign or just regular play. Okay, you're going to get some tokens, and this is the one thing I'm not really happy about. So if you look, okay, that's nice and everything, but some of these tokens, like the green ones in samurai, they pop out easy, which is nice, is that you're putting them in a cup, a bag, or something, and so like they would be, let me get the bag here. So they would be like in this bag. You're going to have to get something to put your tokens in. And you're going to put like 3 tokens in for each samurai on both sides. So if there's 2 samurais, you're going to get 6. If you have 2 and they have 1, you're going to do 9 of those tokens go in here. So all tokens go in here. You'll put in tokens for the commoners, 1 for each. And then if you have, well, I should say 3 for your main samurai, 2 for like hired samurai. So all those tokens are going in here, and you're mixing them up and drawing them out. I would think these would get beat up after a while, because you're shaking it up every game. Every time it's somebody's turn to pull, they're probably shaking it up. I think it would have been better if these were plastic. Now, the blood tokens and all these other things that just sit on the table, fine. I think these things that go in the bag should have been plastic or something a little more durable. So that is that. I'll put that over there. And this is some more terrain, or this is the terrain. There's some on this one too. And what's nice is, this is pretty interesting. You got the house. You got a wall here. If you flip it over, oh, they pop out so easy. Some, they're destroyed, and some are on fire. So that's pretty cool. They're double-sided. So let me get this one out. So you have that, and that's the other side. So it's really nice. If you don't have very much terrain, or you just want to get started, this comes in the box, the terrain. You're going to get the 10 dice. They're going to come in a bag like this. Let me open it up. And they're all the same. So what you're going to have is you have an X. It's basically like a miss, and it could also cause a fumble. There's 2 blanks, 2 single swords, and 1 double sword. And you're going to roll those for success or see if you fail. So you get 10 of those dice. And the most we ever rolled when we played the game last night was like 6. So this is plenty for you and the opponent. You get these stands. And what these stands are for is you can buy a group of samurai instead of just a single figure going out there. You could buy, not samurai, but commoners like spearmen. You could put a group of spearmen together in this. And they march together. And they get some special abilities being together like that. So you get some stands there. And this little plastic deal. These are the stands that you're going to put all your men on. And they do fit right inside that right there. So I'll just go ahead and take those. So you get all of these stands here. Now you're going to get these cards, and they're going to be wrapped up in this, and you're going to pop out. And there's several different decks in here. So what you got is, you've got like, there's a blue symbol up here. So that's the blue player. And let me find the red player's cards. They're duplicates. There they are. And these 2 decks are exactly the same. For the beginning game, it was like you had 1 devoted samurai, you had 2 bowmen, and so forth, and you got those cards out, and there's enough for both players to choose. Now you also get the, let me get that on there. You also get a deck of skills. This is one thing I did find out. This is supposed to be maybe for 2 players, but there's only 1 deck of skills. So there's only 1 with nature card in there, or tough hide. There's 1 in there. So there's not a duplicate situation here where both players can have the same skill unless both players have their own deck that they bought, like in the starter set here. So you have that. You have some dishonor cards, because your samurais can do dishonorable things, and then they get dishonor cards. There are also some injury cards that your leader samurai could possibly survive, something that would normally kill him. If he does, he gets an injury. And there's stuff like his leg is injured, so his ability to dodge attacks is lowered, and his arm gets injured, so he's not as well able to hit the opponent. There's like torso and his head. And it basically goes along with these abilities here. And then you get a lot of sprues. So I'm going to flip, I'm going to actually do like this. So we kind of maybe see the sprues here. So there we go. There is a lot of choices here on these. You can make people carrying banners to give you morale. You can have some drums, people playing drums. And there's the guns, and there's the bows. So do you want to build all the guns and a couple of bows and a bunch of swordsmen? You got a lot of choices here with these sprues, how you want to build. So this is the one that we just showed. Here's the spears. Here's some swords. Those are some heads. So you got a lot of head choices. In the expansions, they will also, I think, come with some different heads too that you can interchange out to make yours kind of special. These 3 sprues are the same. So here's 2 more. So this one, and it's the spear guys again. So you get a lot of these. And that's what's in this box. Overall, for the price I paid, I'm pretty happy with this. The only thing I didn't like, I said, was the token situation, these tokens here. The rest of them fine. They could be, there they are falling out again. These fine, I don't care. They're pretty good sturdy cardboard, but the ones you're going to be constantly throughout the game, they're going to be mixing and hitting each other and stuff like that, those would be the ones I would say, let's make those plastic. So if you're playing in a tournament and one person has plastic and the other doesn't, say they came out with plastic and one person has plastic, the other doesn't, it's just not going to work. Because you can feel and tell which one's cardboard. Where's my bag? There it is. Which one's cardboard in here and which one's the plastic. Also, these tokens will go in the bag also. They're fate tokens, and I'm not going to go over what they do in this because this is about what's in the box. But I don't know what they're going to do about that situation because it seems like after a while, because you are going to this bag a lot during just one game. And I can see these just getting tore up after a bit. But other than that, I think you get a really good deal here. There are expansions already out, like there's some mounted, there's samurai or mounted troops. There's some bowmen with some guns you can buy. There's something with monks. And I'm seeing to be, Papao something group. So there's 4 expansions out that you can add to the army because it is a point buy system. You're playing 18 points. You start with your samurai, how many points you want to spend on the other things. But this is what's in the box and Test of Honor. And right now, I'm pretty happy with the game. I'm going to get some more test games in to see what we think. But right now, my friends and I are really digging this game. So this is what's in Test of Honor.